Hey, love bug, Roslynn, back at you one more. I hope everybody is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, my growing extended beautiful family, as always, thank you so much for the love and support. It is truly appreciated. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell at the bottom so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. Also, if you're comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback to the content of my video, or you're up, tell me about your empathic gift, how it impacts your life, and heading you towards a positive direction. And if you feel like the videos are uplifting, just give you good vibes that you would love to share with a loved one, family, or a friend, or even a fellow empath that may be going through some trying times and needing spiritual guidance or confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share. While you're at it, give a girl a thumbs up, like, and also share on social media favorites wherever you see fit. As always, thank you so much for the love and support. It's truly appreciated. And I hope you're able to resonate with the content of my video. And the video I'm doing today is called Twin Flame 101, Heyokas Finding the Answers of Growth Through Loopholes to Get Away from Stagnant Circumstances. You know, it's like right now, it feels like it's the final round of a lot of emotional closings towards a lot of different things. You're ending karmic cycles. You're finding more in-depth meaning about yourself, about your mission, finding out more about your growth within, within the collective. And it is just like a lot of things may be taking place where it feels like you're in a repetitive loop. And those are the things that can get very frustrating as well as overwhelming. Because you're like, God, why do I, I'm really ready to end these certain situations in my life. Why do I have these reoccurring? Because there are certain things that you aren't able to really get in tune with within yourself. There are certain things that you may be allowing yourself to, venture off to painful experiences that you've had. There's different things that still has that effect on you, just like if it was to happen, at that moment. And different things that you may have still found that you're still being affected by. And these are the things that's showing you, what is the insight that you need to allow to take place, allowing yourself to forgive, even with the unforgivable of what others do. You have to understand, especially when it comes to karmic cycles. And it's just like whatever you're trying to do to push forward, it always seems like somebody's blocking you, or you're dealing with a lot of jealousy and envy within people, with you growing within your vibration of whatever, spiritual gifts that you hold. Even when you're speaking amongst like social media platforms, it can be triggering even towards other empaths. And these are the things you cannot allow to take personal. I've had to deal with a lot of different things like that. And, it got to that point where I used to just, I get upset and want to say my part on that, or I allow myself to take it personal. And there's times it got really bad to where I had to make videos about different things, and it wasn't even about a trigger, but just for you to be informed. Like, don't come for me unless I call for you. And I'm very selective about what I call for and answer to. So these are the things that I can really truly appreciate. And a lot of times it takes you to really have a deeper understanding about yourself. Because a lot of times, I won't lie, there are certain things that'll come up. It'll be a trigger to you in a minute, or it'll take you back to that vibration. And then it's just like, it's showing you what kind of spiritual attachments that you still have amongst a person or a sequence of that situation that make you feel stagnant, or it's just about certain parts of yourself that you don't even realize you have. And it's just like, if those vibrations come up, what is it telling you? Take your power back. You are worthy of any and everything that is going to uplift you, flourish you, take you towards the next level, catapult you into a situation or a vibration or a frequency that you weren't prepared to enter into. And these are the things that are happening because, it's like the devil is staying busy right now. And it is just like, the more especially if you're that type of person, well, I think it's a lot of people, when you go through that spiritual awakening, you'll start noticing these are the things that's always tailgating you. As it is, it was following you. Everybody has their assignments on, who's connecting with who during their life path. And it's just like when you're in that moment of really truly knowing yourself that's been dormant for a long time, enemy don't want that. They want you to be able to stay ignorant. They want you to be able to stay focused on 3D materialistic situations, comparing your life to somebody else's, becoming envious of certain things that somebody else may have gone through or have accomplished and stuff like that. So it's just like, God and, I always tell people God and the devil go hand in hand on different situations. God is using these situations to be able to show you who you truly are, what you are no longer. What was that inside of that life lesson? It's just like, if you used to watch, no, that was a bad example because that situation is kind of like negative within itself recently. But like after school specials, I'm a 70s baby. So there'll be certain shows that I used to watch was that very informational, it's just like insightful. That's what I meant to say. Insightful, where it's telling you what was the subliminal messages behind that. Even, whatever hobbies you have. I know with mine, I get in a lot of crime shows as well as horror movies and stuff like that. And even though I might not be interested in them anymore because I've changed so much, I know if there's something that keeps on trying to get me to watch that, there were certain things that would happen within that movie that has something to do within my life, or certain things that I may be barking up on, or opening up towards situations. They're always subliminals. If there are certain things that you really truly need that insight within about yourself, like, am I going the right way? Am I heading in the right direction? Am I really allowing myself to feel that love that I deserve within myself? Am I nurturing myself? Am I uplifting myself? Am I allowing myself to anything that, may be keeping me stuck on a low vibration? Am I allowing myself to be open to that for the answers that I truly need? And these are the things that are really just showing you where those loopholes are. It's just like, sometimes we get stuck on illusions about, what people try to block us from. And a lot of times I've done that. And then when it comes to that insight, it's not the fact that nobody can't block anything from you that is not in for something that you're going to connect with further on down the line. And that's what they need you to know. If you are being blocked at that time, it's just because you weren't spiritually in alignment for what is going to be given to you. It's going to be yours, and a lot of times we allowing ourselves to step on that battlefield when we already won the race anyway. And those are the things that, universe, God, our ancestors, and all of us really need to understand. And these are the different things that, you always had the power, you always had the answers, but these are the things that had to tell you, what, this is time for you to go within, stop allowing yourself to avoid that truth that you need to have. I've done it a lot, especially this week. I've been going through so many different things. I've been helping out my neighbor, and there's so many different things was going on with my kids, even within my life. And what was it like last week? I had to, I was going to take off like a week or two, or when I felt like I was ready to come back. And it allowed me to really come in tune with myself about certain things that I really needed to know. Being able to be open towards my own vibrations of love and nurturement that I need to give myself. Certain things I still had to make peace with, or different things I wasn't really able to understand at that time that I can clearly understand now. Because a lot of times, if you're still going through that huge transformation, there are certain parts of yourself that will cloud the judgment that you really need to have for that insight that is trying to, come within you. And those are the things that is really, really coming in tune with you right now, because it feels weird. It feels very foreign, that all these different things are taking place. And when you allow yourself to be fixated on what you need to know, being able to, what do they call it? Transfer. It's kind of like, switch up your thought process, because a lot of times it's something that can go on, and then it's just like all you had to do is just think about that negative imbalance that you have, or a negative experience. The next thing you know, it'll come out with a whole trail of stuff, and it'll put you you'll end up hurting your own feelings, because you're allowing yourself to still go towards that when they're telling you what does that situation still have effect on you, what is the true meaning of that situation, or why you still carry heavy emotions off of that situation. What is it that you need to know within yourself? What are you disconnecting, or are you allowing yourself to go through these certain things because you may have that victim type mentality of vibrations that you carry. Because it's like I've said it before, when I first started doing my videos, I didn't even realize that, I was seeing myself as a victim, even though there's things that has happened to me that was very detrimental to me. I can sit up here and say, yes, this was very tragic. It was very traumatizing. It messed me up emotionally, mentally, especially spiritually. But it allowed me that trauma keyed into what I needed to know about myself, even though truth is not always pretty. There are certain things that's hard to digest at times. And these are the things that I had to be able to allow myself to see. Yes, these things has really, messed me up. But just from that situation, look how much you have been able to help not just yourself, but other people from your trauma that you have gone through. You're allowing yourself to be more authentic. You're not allowing yourself to be dictated by other people's opinions, different, judgment is going on. I say everybody has their opinion. It's not going to change my experience. So it is what it is, and just allowing myself to be there, and I feel like a lot of people have respected me for that. Because it's like, I've had my vulnerable moments. There's a lot of times y'all see me in my vulnerable moments, and just being honest with myself, as well as with you, yes, there's days that I have like negative vibrations, and I really want to go ahead and do my videos because it's a very positive outlet for me. I know a lot of people can relate to the things that I speak on, but I can't be fake. If I feel like in a funk and I'm just trying to be all, happy when I'm not feeling that, I'm being disrespectful to myself, allowing myself to not live authentically because I'm allowing myself to be focused on certain things that I can't change and I don't have control over. And these are the things that are showing you, this is your loophole. These are the things you have to do. And it's like when I said that, I remember when I was writing the content of that and I was reading on it, and stuff like that, it reminded me, I know I use a lot of my horror movies from the past for that, but if anybody can relate to it, you'll know what I'm talking about. Like if anybody ever seen the first Nightmare on Elm Street, if you look at Nancy at the end, Nancy, it is just the fact is Freddie was filled up that fear, and that's what made him so much stronger. That's why he was able to defeat people, because they embodied that essence that he carried that was from, their generations of their parents and the way they were doing that. And it was just like, she told him, she was like, don't you turn your back on me. She's like, you have no power over me. And those are the things when you allow yourself to face those wounds of yourself, those loops of yourself that you keep finding yourself back in, and just saying, I have power, over my own destiny. I decide what I can allow myself to do. The only time you don't have control over that, unless it's like the universal sources, resources up there, that's the only thing that you don't have control over. But when you allow yourself to know, even though these things may be very detrimental that has happened into my life, doesn't mean I have to define myself as that. That's not saying I need to, embody that of what something has done to me or what it has contributed to some kind of painful experience that I've had. These are the things that I had to go through. It's like, seeing a lot of my past relationships is not even being just in a lover wise, but just family, co-workers, people that I chose to hang with, after work, and it's just like now, yeah, it may be very lonely to me in the physical, but I'm okay, because it's just like before I always went towards that toxic vibe with a lot of people that I can truly relate to. And now it's just like, there's even certain parts of myself where something, very icky comes up and I'm just like, this ain't even me no more, and I noticed that on certain things that I used to take my interest in, I don't do it. I can't, it just makes me very uncomfortable because I'm not in that vibration anymore. And a lot of times out of fear, we go backwards instead of going frontwards, and we're wondering why we had 10 paces up. And then the next thing you went 20 paces back. And it's because, you allowed yourself to relive that situation. And when you're reliving it, those emotions come up, how you felt, how that situation made you feel. Did you feel betrayed? Did you feel like you were, being ghosted, whatever it is? And it's when you're allowing yourself to take your power back. That's why a lot of the things is coming up, allowing you to love yourself. There's so much things that universe is pushing you to, because they're making room for something special in your life. Something beautiful is about to embark in that. That's the reason why I feel like all hell breaking loose purpose in your life, or it just seems like the enemy got the upper hand of you, or it's just like, you see certain things. Like I see a lot of things that takes place around me, and it's like half the time I just gotta shake my head. And it's like, man, is it that serious? But you have to understand, even if you're not that type of person, you can't count the same other person that you're around, or that person that you have that spiritual connection to, is going to have that type of vibration, So it's just like a lot of things I can say. I appreciate my toxic connections with people. When I wasn't allowing myself to see what I was projecting out towards others, I connected with different people that carried that same, stereotype vibration. That's what I meant to say. Where I'm seeing is like, oh wow, and it's not just to belittle anybody or anything like that, but I needed to see that within myself, and that was like, okay, that was a blessing. Even when I have the most toxic relationships I have, not every relationship I've been in was toxic, but I learned a lot from my relationships. It allowed me to love myself. And there are certain times it was like I would go back into that vibration, like, oh, I remember this and I remember that. And it's just like, but when you're, God is always telling you, stop, connecting with something he already took away. And I had to be that. I was like, dang, that's right. Why are you, or even there's people that you left out of your life, and then you're bringing people back in. There was the people that, God took out your life, because it's allowing you to see things. Because it's like, when I see so many different things I used to be attracted to or I long for, it just felt like, why can I have this? And why, why is this happening when I want this and this is that? And then it's just like, when God wants something better for you, he gonna take something out your life that is already made that purpose, already made that situation count. Now it's allowing you to embark on what is deserving of your life. And there's a lot of times where the choices I made, I didn't love myself. I put love into people that weren't even putting it into themselves. That fed off of that attention, that fed off of validation towards other people. I was like that as well. So this is where I had to allow myself to stay strong. Validate yourself. Everybody's going to have an opinion about your life. It don't mean it is going to change. Sometimes people don't like that truth, and this got more to do with them and that's less about you. Validation comes within. If you're going on an outside source, you forever be trying to fill a void that can't be filled unless you allow it to give your attention on what needs to change. So I hope you were able to resonate with the content of this video, y'all. I will be having, in 30 minutes, I will be doing my live chat and vibe with you all. I hope to be able to spiritually and virtually connect with you. I know we had a really good time last time. I remember I laughed till my stomach started hurting. I had a bust a stitch, and I ain't even had no stitches. But it was fun. It was very fun. It was very, very therapeutic and very positive. And and I really enjoy our good times there. So I would really love to be able to connect with you in that way. I would love to give a post notification shout out to Little Narm. Welcome to the fam. Damian Jordan, much love to you. And Anton Lyons, much love to you. And Susie, Darvez. I think that's the last name. I apologize if it's not. Like I said, I always leave my contact information in the description box below. It's all about spiritual networking. If you want to just share with me about your spiritual experiences, or there's certain things you may want to tell me, because there's a lot of things that we really can learn off of each other. Or if you just need spiritual assistance to really understand what's taking place in your life, I try my best to be able to help. I know a lot of people I've been able to do that with, and whatever we speak on is confidential. And if I can't tell you from my experience of my opinion, or from, the ones up above, I'll try to find, the information to give you that deeper understanding about your life purpose as well as your path. So I will see y'all on my next video. I hope you have a blessed, relaxed weekend, and being safe and responsible for everything you do. I hope whatever you're trying to manifest into your life comes so much bigger and better than you ever imagined. And comes sooner than you actually expected it. Even through social distancing, make sure you give out love, light, positivity, words, vibes, frequencies. You never know. All those things really take you a long way. And I will see y'all on my next video. Like and subscribe, hit that notification bell. Make sure you hit the all section, so you know when, I'm gonna have a chat up or whatever. I always make sure I leave everything in my community page, where it's not just, positive posts or, you know, whatever phases we're going through, or even twin flame transitions, but also give funny memes, as well as, you know, let you know about the chats that I'm gonna do. And I'll see you on my next video. Much love to you. Peace.